do different than DJ, just from a player standpoint that seems to give you guys that spark?
Well, they're both very different, and well, I mean, speak just for Cade. He knows how to manage the offense, and not saying DJ didn't do that either, but just I don't know, just he goes in and he plays to the standard, so he helps everyone get to where they need to be and goes from there.
Do you feel like this offense, after kind of struggling all year, found itself a little bit in that North Carolina game, and now, even though you probably won't be here, take this and gain some momentum heading into next year?
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity to gain momentum for next year. Huge opportunity. We know what we can do. We've known that all year, but we finally kind of started clicking North Carolina and started playing complementary football with each other, defense, special teams, offense. So that was really good to see and gave a lot of confidence. And like you said, it's a huge opportunity this week to have momentum going into the new year.
When you look at these young stallions over here, Antonio, you got Randall, you got Cade, you got Will. I mean, is this kind of like set to where these guys can do what we saw a few years back with those other guys that have come through this program?
Absolutely. The team next year and the team this year had the talent and the potential to make a run for it all. And they'll have the same opportunity next year too.
Jake Brenningstool, how much have you had to kind of help grow that guy up? and Sage Ennis too.
Yeah, I mean, not as much, to be honest with you. I mean, they're learning the ropes. They're both extremely hard workers, and they love the game. You can tell just by the way they show up every day behind the scenes. And every day they're trying to learn and trying to improve on something every week, day in, day out. And Coach Richardson's helped a lot with that as well. But I'm excited to see what they do next year. They both ooze with talent. They really do, and they really could have special years next year.
The Beasley guy for Tennessee earlier said that he was asked who's the best offensive player that Clemson has, and he said Davis Allen. He said the tight end is. To hear that from an opposing team says you're the best player on the team. What does that mean to you and what you've been trying to accomplish in your career?
I appreciate that. That's very nice of him. But I mean, I just try to do my job. And honestly, I don't care about stats. I don't at all. I want to see this team win. That just brings me the most joy out of anything else. Is I just want to see this team win and be successful. And that's the goal every week for me. Is however I can help this team win. That's what I want to do.
What's next for you after the Orange Bowl? Where do you go? What do you start working on?
Yeah, this is it for me. So I graduated on the 22nd, and just recently got engaged too. So,
Congratulations!
Congratulations, man!
Got next chapter. I'm gonna give the NFL a shot. I'm gonna train and do pro day and all that. And I feel like I would regret it if I said I didn't give it a shot. And see where that goes. That's the plan for right now.
It's a little early for draft grades, but what are you hearing? Somebody's going to give you a shot. I mean, we know that, right?
I honestly don't know. That's kind of been one of the main things I've done this year. Is like I have tried to
just stay
away. The only focus I had this year was this team, and that other stuff will take care of itself. I'll start worrying about that next week after this game gets over with. But right now, I'm just focused on winning this game and hanging with my teammates.
When'd you get engaged?
Christmas Eve.
All right, so you planned it out. Do you mind sharing with us? I think it's a great story.
It was my fiance, her family has a lot of property back home, and so just I picked out a spot on the property that was quiet, just me and her, and her family helped a lot with it, helped playing it, but she came over to my house and we opened presents for my niece and nephew, who are one's a year old and the other's not even a year old yet. And then she thought we were going to a resort with her family to see Christmas lights, so she was already dressed up. And I just took a little detour on the way to her house to the property and had a little thing set up with pictures and a sign, and it was just kind of us out there. And I did it out there, and then took her back to her house, and my family was waiting on her, and her family, so everyone was there. So just kind of hung out and celebrated for a little bit. So it was good.
How long have you been planning that?
Well, this month will be 6 years that we've been dating.
Oh, wow.
So I think I asked her dad on our bye week, so Halloween. So it's been a while in planning.
Congratulations.
Were you nervous?
I was more nervous talking to her dad than actually just getting it. By the time that Christmas Eve rolled around, I was just ready to get over with the waiting and the secrets and all that. I was definitely more nervous talking to her dad.
How did that conversation go? That's we've all been there, these guys. So how did that go?
It went well. It went well. We met for breakfast, and we probably talked close to an hour. Just talked about the future and all that. So it went smooth though.
What if he said no? What were you gonna do?
That would have been awkward for sure. I'm not sure exactly what I would have done. So probably would have still gone through with it, but yeah, that would have been tough.
My father-in-law threatened to shoot me during that conversation if anything went wrong. Did you get any of that, or was it all positive?
He took me hunting the morning of Christmas Eve, and I actually shot my first deer.
Really?
I shot my first buck that morning, and then later that afternoon I proposed. So it was a heck of a day.
He didn't say you were going snipe hunting. No. Okay, good. See, you're all right if you can say that.
What size deer did you get?
An 8-pointer. Yeah.
Wow, first deer is an 8-point?
Yeah.
How many pounds?
I'm not sure. He took care of the we gutted it, but he took it to the processor and all that. We had the meat though at the little engagement party.
Yeah.
So that night.
Oh, wow.
You know how rare that is to kill an 8-point deer, period, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the blood wiped off your face by the time the engagement went on?
He said he was gonna give me a pass. He didn't make me gut it. He just made me watch, and I was appreciative.
But you didn't do the ritual with the blood and everything?
Thankfully not. But it was good.
Thanks, Davis.
Yes, sir.